boys and girls. Welcome to Reader's Workshop. Yesterday, we spoke about finding a perfect reading spot. Now, why is that important? A perfect reading spot is important because we really need to think about what we need in our immediate environment to help us focus and to stay on task. I read a lot of your work on your perfect reading spot. A lot of you mentioned your bed was your perfect reading spot. Some of you mentioned your living room is your perfect reading spot. But I kind of want to say that most of you said your bed. And I agree with you. I think a perfect reading spot is a bed too. Some of you said that you are laying down. Some of you said that you need quiet, which I think is really smart. Some of you said you like laying on something soft. I don't think any of you said that your perfect reading spot was a hard seat. That's okay. So today, when you do your independent reading, make sure that you're going back into your perfect reading spot. But today, we're going to do something new. Today, we are going to be talking about why rereading or reading something over again is a very good strategy to use in your independent reading. Now, you may notice that sometimes you are reading a book, just like Mrs. Davis is, and you're understanding it and you're paying attention and you stop and you think about what's happening in the story. But other times you're reading a story and you're reading and then you stop and you ask yourself, what's this page about? And you don't remember. See, sometimes our minds can wander, or another word that we can use is shift. Our minds may wander to, I forgot to brush my teeth, I have to go brush my teeth. Or you start thinking about a funny joke that your sister told you the day before. Or your mom is cooking in the kitchen and you smell food and you start thinking about how you're hungry. And then all of a sudden, you're reading your story and your mind shifted and you don't actually remember what it is that you're reading. So earlier today, I read you the book, Red is Best. So I'm going to test this theory. In this book, it started off with, her stockings. She said she liked her red stockings better than her white stockings because I think she said she could jump higher in her white stockings. And then she liked her red jacket the best. And then she liked her mitts the best, I think. I think she said something about they can make better snowballs. And then she liked her red pajamas best because it kept the monsters away. Oh man, I can't remember what happened after pajamas. Oh no, my mind must have shifted or wandered because as I was reading the story, I started thinking about Writer's Workshop, about the lesson I'm going to teach you for Writer's Workshop, and I stopped paying attention to what was happening in the story. So I guess I have to use one of my strategies here. So let's go on to our next chart and let's think of a strategy that we can use to help Mrs. Davis remember. Today's strategy is to reread or read over to get back into your book. When you get distracted, like I did, we have to first stop and notice that your attention shifted or that your attention wandered. Okay, so I remembered about the pajamas. That was the last thing I remembered. So let me go back. Here's the pajama page. Okay. I'm going to go back to the last thing you remember really understanding, and the pajama page was the last thing that I really remember understanding. So what do I do now that I went back to the last page I remembered? Well, you are going to reread or read again from there to get back into your book. So I don't need to go back all the way in the beginning because I remember the beginning part. But I do need to go back here and I need to read the rest of the story to remind myself what this book was about. So let's see, after the red pajamas, of course she likes her red cup the best. She said it makes the juice taste better. And after the cup, oh, it was the barrettes. She said that the red barrettes made her hair laugh. Of course. And the red paint, that's right. The red paint makes her head sing. She said it puts songs in her head. Silly Mrs. Davis. So remember, when you notice that your mind starts to wander or it starts to shift, stop, go back to the last thing that you really remember, and reread from there to get back into your book. I hope you use the strategy, boys and girls, when you are reading a book and you realize that your mind wanders. It happens to all of us, even adults. Happy independent reading. I'll see you in a minute for Writer's Workshop.